it's Danielle over at DIYDanielle.com, and today, as part of our homeschooling day, we are learning to make potato stamps. We were reading, today we've read You Wouldn't Want to Live Without Writing, and last week we read You Wouldn't Want to Live Without Books. I highly recommend them. So we're trying to read a couple books each week that are educational. This has activity ideas, and it talks about like the history of writing and the history of books. Really, really cool. So one of the activities they suggested was making potato stamps, and I thought that would be kind of neat. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And yeah, good homeschool activity, and nice to do some hands-on stuff.
We started off by cutting our potatoes in half. You can also cut off the opposite ends, the rounded ends, so that it sits flat, which makes it a little easier to carve and write out. Next, we flipped the potato upside down and just drew a circle around it so we'd have an idea how big our letters needed to be. Each of the kids then drew their letters in bubble letters within that circle, and the bigger and bubblier they are, the better. You don't want something too thin because it'll be hard to make your stamp. Next, go ahead and cut your letter out. It should be pretty easy. The thinner it is, the harder it will be to not only cut out here, but also to carve out of your potato for the stamp. So remember that your stamp needs to be the reverse of the letter. So flip your letter upside down, stick it to the top of your potato, and use a toothpick or a knife to carve around the area where your letter is. If you use your toothpick just to draw the outline, you can remove your letter and then use your knife to carve away the sections that aren't part of your letter. They don't need to be all the way gone. They just need to be a little bit further down than the letter is, so the letter is higher up and the ink won't get on the underneath or the non-letter section. Once your stamp is finished, you can go ahead and just paint onto the letter. You can also use an ink pad as well. And now go ahead and use your potato for stamping. Just keep in mind that potatoes are organic and will break down over time, so this is not probably a stamp you're going to keep forever. You can go ahead and compost it if you've been using paints that are natural and safe for that.